Yo, what's going on, everybody? Using the thumbnail for the title, and today I want to talk about why Call of Duty's simplistic design is actually a problem in the franchise. Now, before we get started in this video, I do want to say please hear me out before you write your 40-page essays in the comment section down below telling me why I'm an idiot and why I'm completely wrong. Hear me out. Then, if you still disagree with me, put your own opinions down in the comment section below, and hopefully we can have a respectful discussion. So with that being said, let's get into the video, guys. Alright, so I know what a lot of you guys are thinking. You guys are probably thinking, oh, well, Call of Duty's simplistic design actually isn't really a problem for the franchise because it gets a lot of new people in, right? The simplistic design, it's an easy game to learn, but Call of Duty is a harder game to master, right? And that's with a lot of video games. But the problem with the simplistic design is it doesn't have longevity. Now, you could be saying, well, how does it not have longevity? Call of Duty's been out for multiple years. That's because of the yearly life cycle. If Call of Duty didn't release every single year, this game would be dead. Call of Duty would be a dead franchise because there's only so much you can learn in Call of Duty before it's like, okay, I've pretty much learned everything. The only thing I can do is just get slightly better at my aiming, slightly better at my, spawn knowledge and stuff like that. The game doesn't have enough to really keep players interested for a long time, and if you think I'm wrong about this, look at the Call of Duty community. Look at how long a game stays popular in Call of Duty for. Just look at that. Look at the yearly cycle of Call of Duty. I'm not talking about the yearly release cycle. I'm talking about the whole, new Call of Duty comes out, we're all really excited for it, and then, well, couple months in, everybody's bored of it. It's happened year after year after year after year after year. It's because Call of Duty is a simplistic game. There's only so much you can learn with a new Call of Duty game, right? There's new streaks, new guns, new attachments, new maps. We're all excited about that, but that only lasts for so long before it's like, oh, yeah, it's kind of just Call of Duty again. And this is why I think people have become more and more critical of Call of Duty games. Like, I see a lot of people being very, very critical of Vanguard when I actually like Vanguard. But I feel like people are becoming more and more critical every single year of Call of Duty because, quite simply, they're getting more and more bored of it. And when you look at games like Black Ops 3 in the franchise, before we start talking about other FPS shooters, we'll look at Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 managed to hold its popularity for a very long time. People enjoyed playing Black Ops 3, people enjoyed watching videos on Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 was a very popular Call of Duty game. Now, part of that had to do with the fact that Infinite Warfare was just not popular whatsoever. But even with Modern Warfare Remastered, Black Ops 3 was still a very popular Call of Duty game. Even after Infinite Warfare and World War II came out, Black Ops 3 was still pretty popular. Black Ops 3 managed to stand the test of time because it brought in new mechanics. Granted, it was also a really good game, but it brought in specialists, it brought in exosuits, it re-brought in exosuits, and it brought in specialists, it brought in wall running, it brought in all these different things that kind of spiced up the Call of Duty formula. Yeah, the simplistic gunplay was still there, so it still felt like Call of Duty, but it had some different elements to it that made it interesting. Now, also the supply drops had, all the supply drop videos going on with Black Ops 3 as well, and all the DLC weapons, and everybody, was trying to get all these supply drop guns and spending mommy and daddy's credit card on supply drops. But regardless of that whole shit show that was supply drops, Black Ops 3 managed to stay interesting, not because of supply drops. Supply drops, yeah, I think they helped, but the game stayed interesting because it was an interesting game. It was a fun game. There was a big skill gap to that game. And when we look at other shooters in the market that have stayed, afloat for a good amount of time, they have the same thing. Let's look at Overwatch, for example. Overwatch still doesn't have its sequel out. At least, yeah, there's not Overwatch 2, hasn't been released yet. Overwatch has still just one game. And it stayed popular for so long. Because it's not a simplistic game. There's multiple different heroes that you can use. Even though it's not really an FPS shooter game per se, it's similar enough. But it stayed afloat for so long because there's so many different heroes that you can master and learn and get really, really good at. And there's so many characters that you can do with that. If we look at a game like, let's say, Destiny 2, pretty much the same thing. There's so much to do in Destiny 2 and even Destiny 1. That game has managed to stay afloat and alive for a decent amount of time. Titanfall, the exact same thing. You have to learn your Titan, learn your guns, learn maps. Guns and maps just like Call of Duty, but you have the Titans that you have to learn, the jumping, the grappling. There's a lot to do there. And then we look at Halo with the power weapons, and I think there's vehicles in Halo's multiplayer. At least some Halo games have that. I don't know. I don't play Halo. I don't really. Even when I had an Xbox, I didn't buy Halo because I just didn't care about it. But anyways, I clearly don't play Halo, so I'm not going to talk about it. But even when you go look at Battlefield, Battlefield has their whole advertising campaign that they did a while ago with their only in Battlefield moments, with their planes, their tanks, the destruction, everything like that. Things that, can really only happen in Battlefield that don't really happen in Call of Duty. Call of Duty can't do that. Call of Duty can't do only in Call of Duty things. This isn't a video meant to be like, Battlefield's better than Call of Duty. No, I'm just talking about the simplistic design of Call of Duty here, that simply Call of Duty doesn't have a lot of huge, exciting, high skill play moments. I mean, if you look at the best highlights of MLG Call of Duty, or like the best highlights of Pro Call of Duty, and some of them are pretty impressive to see what the pros have done, but a lot of them, it's like, you can do this and you could do way cooler things in public matches, but like at the highest level, it's not even that cool. But if you look at something like Overwatch's at the highest level, you can see some really damn cool plays. You look at CSGO at the highest level, it's way more interesting, at least in my opinion, maybe because I don't play those games as much as I do Call of Duty. It's way more interesting to see. It's way more interesting to see the things that you can do, because the skill gap is so high, and those games aren't simply as simple. They're not as simple as Call of Duty, which is why I think the simplistic design is kind of problematic for Call of Duty. I think that's why Black Ops 3 was so popular for so long, and I also think that's why people are getting more and more critical of Call of Duty every single year. I don't think it's getting worse. I don't think the franchise is getting worse. Hell, I think Vanguard is one of the best Call of Duties we've seen in years. I think Vanguard, the only thing that's better than it, in my opinion, at least on the new generation of consoles, is Black Ops 4 and Black Ops 3. Other than that, I think Vanguard is far better than World War II. I think it's far better than Infinite Warfare. I think it's way better than Ghost, AW. I think it's better than Modern Warfare. I think it's better than Cold War. Like, I think Vanguard's a really good Call of Duty game. I don't think the games are getting worse. I think people are just getting bored of the franchise, because at the end of the day, like, Vanguard to Modern Warfare are very similar games. Vanguard to Cold War are a little more different, but it's still a very similar game. We haven't seen a shift in how Call of Duty is played really since BO4 with manual healing and specialists, but especially Black Ops 3 with specialists, exosuits, and wall running. Since then, we haven't seen a huge shift in kind of the core of the game. We haven't seen anything. It's kind of been a very similar shooter every single year, and I feel like soon enough, maybe people are going to realize this. Maybe people are going to realize this isn't a problem. I don't know. I don't know what people are going to realize, but it's kind of seeming like the thing that Call of Duty was criticized for so many years ago is kind of coming back, of it's the same game every single year type thing is kind of coming back to it. And maybe we need that. Maybe we need people to start criticizing Call of Duty again for being the same game every single year, because maybe that will make the developers do a big change like Advanced Warfare and take a leap of faith. But with Modern Warfare 2 coming out from Infinity Ward next year, probably just going to be Modern Warfare 2019 2.0, I doubt we're going to see anything. I doubt we're going to see a major change. I doubt anything like that's going to happen. So with that being said, let me know what your guys' thoughts are down below. If you did happen to enjoy this video, make sure to drop a like, sub to the channel, turn on post notifications, and with that being said, have a great rest of the day, everybody. Bye bye. Peace out.